I was actually talking with someone today, and I said something that I was like feeling, and then they were like, "Why? What's the reason?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna." I said it's like asking me to intentionally be constipated by trying to put words to this thing that doesn't want words on it. There's no point. It's like utter, just bringing in confusion just to be confused, like, and it's like I'm smart enough to be like, well, that's, I don't want to do that, it's gross, like, if I can't do that to myself, so just don't.
That's kind of in the same line as an old thing we've mentioned on here before of the guy, do you want to cheat on your diet and eat chocolate? Like, it's the same vein of that, of just the person understands that this thing is not good for them, so they're cheating on themselves. They're a sucker to their own attachments to do this thing, and they haven't fully flipped over to living that way. So then if they talk to somebody who does live that way, we're just like, what?
Yeah.
Why would you deliberately hammer your toe with a hammer? And it's that encounterment or that interaction is everywhere. Eventually, it gets to a point where it's like, I've mentioned to people, like, I don't eat this, or something as simple as, like, I don't swear. Like, I have to jump through hoops and go way out of my way to bother finding a curse, or, like, cursing in a sentence at all, unless it's just some meme. Like, there's funny jokes or something that are memes that you find on the internet that involve a curse, so if you're going to do the meme, you do that. Or, like, in really specific situations. But for the most part, I don't even know how to do swears. Like, I would have to take a couple minutes to practice and be able to do that.
Like when you pretend to be angry or something. And
So I can figure it out. Obviously, it's not that hard. It's just when you never do it at all, then it's weird. So then people are like, are you avoiding it or something? Like, avoid cursing? It's like, how do you have to avoid that? Like, it gets everything that is not beneficial and not helpful eventually gets to a point where you have to go out of your way to do it, but you have to be able to learn how to apply things to life and live the things that you know, because then as soon as you're living all the little tiny nuances, like, just pick anything that you know that you can be doing better, and you start doing it all, and then eventually you're living that whole thing, and it's really hard to go back to things that hurt, like hitting your toe with a hammer. You can't. You have to go out of your way to do it because it's no longer part of your life. And to have something that's part of your life instead of part of your knowledge they're not even comparable.